Welcome to the video player customizer tutorial. Before we actually dive in and show you how the customer works, I'm going to give you a before and after so you can see. This is video hosting inside System.io. And you could see there's play, there is the time, there is volume, there is full screen. And when you click on these three dots, you can do picture in picture and playback speed, where you have to click and choose what you want. Now, you obviously also have the player, as you can see, and that's how it looks like with the video hosting of System.io natively. Now, this is the exact same video hosting, but we are using a custom HTML code that is generated using the video player customizer that I'm about to show you. And stick around to the end because I've saved the best for last. Before I do, I want to show you a little bit of what's here so you can see what's actually possible. You can see that there's one huge difference is that you can actually have chapters in the video. So here, there's no option for chapters. Here in my customizer, you can actually have chapters available where you can watch specific things inside. Additionally, you can change things with regards to the volume, and this is what it looks like. And you can see that instead of the timing of playback speed like that, you simply click one time and it changes automatically. Also, you will notice that the time frame here is not the same time frame. This is actually based on chapter, although in the customizer, you can also make it so it is the full video as well. And you don't have to have the chapter here. You can actually have the progress line if you prefer that. That's available. All of that is customizable. And all the colors are also customizable. With that said, I'm going to go ahead, share my screen, and show you how to use this app from A to Z. Step one is to create a Google Sheet, and you want to have these labels: name of video, video MP4 URL, thumbnail JPEG URL, chapters, URL placed, final video HTML code, and DCT player JSON. Now, let me explain what these are. First of all, this is obviously the name of the video. This is the link to the video file. This is the link to the thumbnail. These are the chapters of the video, and you could see them when you hover like so, and I will show you how to do that. This is where you actually put the video, so it's visible. And when you put the video on a specific page, then there is an HTML. This is the specific video. There is the actual code is this one. So you want to paste it here as well so you have it for your records. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and do exactly that with the next video that I'm going to upload. So you're going to go to edit page, and you need to be inside the System.io editor, wherever it is you're going to upload the content. Now, in this particular case, you are going to want to get the thumbnail and the video file. The way to do that, I'm going to put two rows inside the editor, and then I'm going to put a video, and then I'm going to put an image right here. Now, the way it's going to go is you're going to click on the image. You're going to click on upload. You're going to, if you already uploaded it, you will go to your images. In this case, I haven't actually uploaded it. So I'm going to click on click to upload. And then I'm going to search for the thumbnail, which is this one, thumbnail episode number 3. I'm going to click on open. It's going to upload it and optimize the image at the same time. And then I'm going to click on insert. Now I'm going to click on this video, and you're going to go and click on upload file. Now you're going to click on this, and you're going to click on your videos if you already uploaded it. If you haven't, then you will upload the video by clicking on click to upload. In this case, I already uploaded it, and so I'm going to search for it right here. Now, I believe it is this one. No, it's not this one. This one, episode 3. There you go. What is an order from? Perfect. Now click on controls, make it on, And now you're going to hit on save. Now that you've done that, you're going to click on the play button. Now you're going to scroll down and you will notice there's two things. There's the thumbnail here and then there's the video URL. So you're going to click on Control and right click, and then you're going to click copy video address like so. You're going to go back to the Google Sheet and you're going to paste the URL like so. You're going to go back, you're going to click on this image, right click and click on copy image address. And then you're going to paste it right here. Now on these two things, actually on all of these, what you're going to do is you're going to click on format and wrapping and clip. That way it's not taking the entire space. Now this one is called what is an order form. That's the name of this video. And now that we have these particular URLs, we are now able to use them in the player. So now that we have saved the links, we can actually go back to the editor page and you could see this section which has the video and the image. And you can click on it and you can simply go right here and click on the trash bin and click on OK. And this is now deleted. We've saved the URLs. It is basically hosted on System.io and it will work just fine when we use it in the customizer very soon. So this is the custom video player. And what we're going to do, we need to get the MP4 URL, which is the video URL. We're going to go to the spreadsheet, go to the link we just got, copy it and paste it back into the player. Now you will see that the video is actually changed. Now we're going to go back to the spreadsheet and get the URL of the thumbnail and copy that. Then we're going to input it into the thumbnail URL in the customizer. And you will notice that now it's episode 3 instead of episode 2. If you don't see that change instantly, click on Update Live Preview. Now, there are various things that you can customize, as you can see. But before we do that, we want to actually get the chapters. Now, I have the chapters already saved before recording this video, and I'm copying it right here from my YouTube channel. I'm going to click on Copy, and then I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet, and I'm going to save those chapters in a note. That way, it's all there as a single source of truth. You do that by inserting the note. Now I'm going to go to the customizer and I'm going to paste in the chapters. Now notice the chapter has to be 1 per line, which is minute, seconds, and then a dash and the title. Now I've pasted in the chapters and now you could see that the chapters are changed below and they are exactly as they are supposed to be. And they're going to be visible under the video. Now you will notice that you can do these chapters where you can scroll down, scroll up to just kind of make it closed or open. This is something that you can customize by unchecking the Start Chapters collapsed. And if you uncheck that, it means that it's going to be open on page load right away. Now, the smooth scroll means that when you click on the chapter, it's going to scroll back to the video straight away. And this is good, especially if you have a lot of chapters. Now, I want to talk to you about the chapter width. So you can see the width of this particular section in System.io. And this section has 2 rows, one which is the one on the left where the video is, and then there's the text on the right. The customizer has an option with the player width to make it 100%, which means going to fill in 100% of wherever it is you're pasting it in as an HTML code. But you can also change it to a very specific number of pixels, basically. And so if you want it to be a specific amount, then you can actually customize that. I do recommend to just keep it at 100, but I did want to give that option to customize. The next thing is the volume. Now, with the volume, you have that option where you can make something go up or down on the volume. And on page load, you can choose to make it 50, for example. And then when you click on it, as soon as the page loads, it's going to automatically be 50. So put it on whatever you want the volume is. The next thing is the play button. Now, the play button color can be customized right here. And you can do it pretty much any color you want. Doesn't really matter. And you can see that it automatically changes. Now, this particular change is going to sync automatically with the chapters below in terms of which chapter the current video is on, what part it's on, basically. So those things are matching. The next thing is the progress bar and accent color. Now that is going to affect a couple of points. Number one is the progress bar. And you can, in this case, I have the progress bar hidden. Now I'm turning it back on, so the progress bar is visible, but you'll notice that the chapter chip is visible in the progress bar instead. So I'm going to click on hide, and then it's going to show me the progress bar, and the chapters are in white. Now, if I click into it, you'll see the color of the progress bar is matching that particular orange that I have. Now I can change that to something else like yellow, and you will notice that now it's going to change. And also the chapters, the colors are matching to that as well. So I'm going to bring it back to the same color that it was, because that's obviously my brand. Next thing I want to talk to you is the timer. So you will notice that on the timer, I can actually change the color of that as well. Now, when I change the color, I'm going to bring it back to being black. But you also want to know that you can actually choose the timer to be for the specific video. Like the timer is going to track the entire video length, which is 18 minutes and 24 seconds. Or you can track it by chapter. So notice that it's 1 minute and 2 seconds for the first chapter. And now when I do it by chapter, the countdown is going to say 102. And so you can actually do it that way where, let's say you're doing a webinar, you can actually show people and give them like a small win of what they actually finished watching. And it's just a feature I thought would be really cool. Now you can also hide the chapter completely and the progress bar. So if you're doing a webinar, people could still see how long that particular chapter is. And it's just going to give them a win. So instead of seeing like an 18 minutes video, they're seeing a 1 minute video, and it counts down. So it just, I think like it can create a bit of a psychological effect where somebody's like, okay, it's not long, I'll just keep on watching. This was the effect that I wanted to create when I created this player. Now we'll go back to the preview, update preview, and I'm going to show you some features you could do with the play button. You will notice that you can customize that to pulse, to breathe, which is going to be very, very subtle. You can change it to glow. And obviously if you change the colors, it's going to be more unique. I use ripple, but you can also have no effect at all. It's just going to be static. You can also change the button, so it's square, or a soft square where it's a bit rounded, or you can do it so it's a ring, and also it can be hidden. And make sure that the thumbnail is also in alignment with whatever color you want to do. That's what I did there. That's why I have the thumbnail in black. I'm going to bring it back to what it was, which is ripple and circle. That's what I like it to be. Now, notice that the chapters there are in white. You can actually change that to make it black chapter with white text as well. That's also an option. Next thing you see in the progress bar section, there is the full screen, change volume, 10 seconds forward, 10 seconds back. And also you can change the playback. And instead of having some sort of a line where you can drag and make it different, it's actually just with one click that you can change the playback, and your customer or your visitor or your viewer is just going to have a much better user experience on the playback. You can actually remove the show screen, the full screen, and you can also remove the 10 seconds on or off, and you can change all of that. Now, I did think that basically having the volume and the playback is important, and the play button, of course, is important, but the chapter countdown can also be removed if you so choose, which I'll show you that in a moment. So now if I hide the progress bar, then it's not going to be visible. If I uncheck it, then it's going to be visible. One thing I want to show you, a really cool feature, is auto hide control. So I can change it to 3, 5, or 10 seconds. What this does is when you click on a video, notice what happens to the progress bar once I move the mouse away from inside the video. 3 seconds later, and the progress bar section below disappears from the page and only goes back once you move the mouse cursor over the video. And you could do 3, 5, or 10 seconds. Now notice that the countdown timer is at the bottom. You can actually make it hidden so it's not visible at all. Great for webinars. And also you can actually put it on the top right if you want. That's another option. Now notice the chapter chip. You can do the same thing where you can obviously show the chapter chip inside the video at the progress bar, but you can also put it on the top right next to the countdown. That's just an option that I wanted to make possible. But bear in mind that depending on the video you have behind it, it's going to cover whatever is there throughout the video. So just bear in mind that you use it in a way that makes sense and only in the right context. In my case, I'm going to bring it back to the way it was, which is inside the progress bar section. So instead of the progress bar, I have chapters, but the timer is going to be based on the chapter. Once you have everything the way you want it, you want to save the preset, meaning you will save the player with the same branding exactly as you want. So when you use new videos and you create more videos and you want to get the embed code, you save those. Now, when you click on the export JSON, you can then save it into the spreadsheet. That way, once you actually finish doing everything, you save what you've created as well. In case something gets reset, you use a different browser, And you're going to do is going to paste in back to the import JSON, and it will bring it back to exactly the way it was. So those presets are going to automatically be there, but you can label them. And I do recommend you use this feature because it's just going to save you time. So you create one player that is exactly how you want it, and you just reuse the same one over and over. All you do is change the chapters, the thumbnail URL, and the video URL. Now, obviously at the end, once you've customized everything, you generate the code and you copy the code, save it onto the spreadsheet as well so you can refer back to it. As you can see, it's a big code, so it took a second to actually paste in because it's a huge code. Now, notice that there is a branding right there on the bottom right. This is on the free version of this player. If you want to remove this branding, you click on the upgrade in the green button, and that is something you need to be aware of. This is my branding, and I want it to be very subtle. So it's my logo, and this is going to be appearing on every single one of your videos if you use the free version. If you use the paid version, you want to upgrade, then obviously that will not be there, and I will show you that as well. So as you can see, this is the custom video player. It looks identical with only one difference. You see that it says premium right here, and you could see that in this section, there is no branding button and there is no logo. My logo is not visible on this particular video player. Whereas if you look at this one, then you can see that you have this section right here, DCT branding, and to remove it, you need to click on upgrade and follow the steps from there. And here you've got the logo. So in the members area, I'm going to leave both options because I personally use this. But if you got a paid access, then you can use the premium so you don't have my branding, and it's completely on brand, on point from A to Z with colors and your style and everything without my logo. I said at the beginning of this video that I saved the best for last, and now we have arrived. When we were going through the Google Sheet and finding the video player video file, you notice that when I right-clicked on the video, then you can actually open the video in a new tab, save the video and get the address and all that stuff. Now, what if you want to protect your video so those options are not even here? That is exactly what we have in this video. So when I try to right-click on this particular video, there is nothing that's going to come up. You cannot actually find the URL of this video, which means you cannot copy it or download it and so on. Now, anyone that is incredibly technical, who's a developer, coder, hacker, and so on, there is probably ways to get it anyway. There is no foolproof solution for this. But we have created an enhanced security feature here that basically makes it way more difficult for bad hats from finding your content. So this is the System.io native player. You can find those things. And in the video customizer, you cannot. So that's the final feature that I want to share with you as to why you should use this. Thanks so much for watching. To get free access, go to eran.link/player and check it out for yourself and have a look around, test it out, see if you like it.